No, I'm not attacking you. Who the fuck? I'm too drunk for this. Bro, let's go. Let's go.
Guy in all black had stabbed one of the girls in her neck and the other in her arm.
You know, we never expect nothing like this to happen. Said granddaddy, Samaya got stabbed and she died.
The pre-dawn quiet of Park Slope, Brooklyn, was shattered on a Sunday morning in early March. Two 19-year-old twin sisters, Somaya and Sanaya Spain, found themselves at the center of a horrific tragedy. A seemingly ordinary trip to a local deli, the Natural Plus Bodega, turned into a nightmare that claimed the life of Somaya and left Sanaya physically and emotionally scarred. Twin Sisters was attacked by a man who tried to flirt with them inside of Brooklyn Deli. One of the sisters has succumbed to her injuries. Witnesses say one of the men tried to flirt with the girls before angrily storming off and then returning. A guy in all black had stabbed one of the girls in her neck and the other in her arm, and ran, leaving the knife he used, right there on scene. Police got the call about around 2:20 Sunday morning after someone stabbed Somaya and her twin sister Sanaya, right outside of the Natural Plus Bodega. NYPD continues to search for two people wanted for stabbing. The latest random and violent attack in the city. A crazed and belligerent man stabs a girl to death, all because she wouldn't give him her number. Her sister and brother tried to defend her outside this bodega, but they could not stop the man from stabbing her in her neck and her chest. It's just an absolute horrific and tragic attack, police said. No arrests have been made in the Spain sisters case, though the investigation is ongoing. A witness on scene says some guys were hanging out at the store, hitting on the group of girls who just walked in. The group started going back and forth arguing before one of the men walked down the block angrily. They say came banging and kicking on the bodega doors. With the girls still inside, workers locked the door, until they walked away again. When they unlocked the doors, they thought they are gone, but they are standing outside waiting for them, armed with a knife. The guys started attacking on both sisters. Officials expect Soma's twin sister to be okay, while the workers who witnessed the brutal attack to have their scars. That witness told us the men were intoxicated and ran off after the attack. Police is searching for the killer. It's horrible. An unimaginable heartbreak for a family. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are uncovering heartbreaking story. On March 17th, NYPD responded to Slope Natural Plus a deli on 4th Avenue for reports of a stabbing. Upon arrival, they were located a chaotic scene and two young girls with one unresponsive. The victims were identified as 19-year-old twins Somaya and Sanaya Spain. Both twins were rushed to New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital, where Sanaya, who was stabbed in the arm, was listed in stable condition. Sadly, Somaya, who suffered multiple wounds, will pass away just a short time after arriving to the hospital. According to a witness who did not want to show their face on camera,
Two girls that walked in with their friends, they said no, they weren't attracted, so he called them names. They called him names back. He walked down the block angry.
They were attacked by a man who police say tried to flirt with them. Investigators say 19-year-old Somaya Spain was stabbed twice. He was able to stab her in her neck and chest as well as stab her sister. He runs off. They called 911, but soon after her sister has to call the family from a hospital and tell them Somaya is dead. Later on, Somaya told the investigators that killer had a knife in his hand and was saying, "I'm gonna stab y'all in the face." Somaya told, "I'm telling everyone to back up." And he pushed little Sanaya to the ground. The twins' older brother punched the attacker in the face, causing him to fall to the ground. From there, the two groups began fighting. During the altercation, Sanaya was stabbed in the arm and Somaya was stabbed in the chest and neck, later succumbing to her injuries. It's very senseless. A young life has been taken and our community is devastated. She was just a sweetheart and a beautiful young lady. She had a very good heart. She cared for her community, and we love her. Memorial grows outside the home of 19-year-old Somaya Spain. This news reinforcing nearly every father's fear. I think every father would think about something like this happening. Police have yet to make an arrest in the case. Authorities are hopeful that they're going to catch these guys today because the bodega behind me does have cameras and does have them on surveillance. But meanwhile, the family left so shaken, so broken, and so many New Yorkers today left wondering what is going on with some of the people out here that could be so angry and so violent with complete strangers, while also prioritizing going to school and working at the same time. Unlike most girls, she is spending most of the time with her twin sister. Her family and friends was more of her vibe on the evening of March 17th. So Maya excitedly prepared for a new tattoo and game night with her favorite people. During the early morning, she would make a quick detour before grabbing food. Sadly, this decision would change her, and her loved ones lives forever. Muhammad Albar, who works at the store, watched the girls grow up.
They're very nice girls. I know the family. It's very nice. So sad to see them. One of them gone. One of them, she passed away.
According to the twins' grandfather, his sisters, along with friends and relatives, headed to the deli. After stopping at a local party following a game night, they wanted to grab some food and snacks before heading in for the night. As they stepped into the deli, they would encounter two men from the party they just left. Both men appeared intoxicated and began making advances towards the sisters, with one of the twins responding, "I don't want to be bothered with you, leave me alone." One male became angry and even began disrespecting the sisters, making threats, before being put out of the deli by the owner. He walked angrily down the block before returning just a short time later. He proceeded to kick and knock on the door, which was now locked from the inside. He walked away once again. As the group left, the male came back through the door and began attacking the twins before fleeing the scene with a group of friends. Everyone in the group immediately began checking on the sisters, with the friend taking off her shirt and placing it on Soma's neck to try to slow down the bleeding. It's very senseless. A young life has been taken and our community is devastated. It will be quickly revealed yet again that although the twins didn't know the suspect, he was in fact at the same party they attended right before heading to the deli. He can be seen here in this party footage, with several people encouraging the individual who hosted the party to speak up. There's also additional footage of the suspect inside of that same bodega with a group of friends. Police immediately began a manhunt for the person responsible. As family and loved ones pieced together a tragedy that would forever change their lives, they're remembering a young life lost too soon. His grandfather says, "It real hard, you never expect nothing like this to happen."